What's going on, boxing fam? Subscribe or die trying. Get familiar. So, Amir Khan, and I know most people, especially in America, I'm not really quite sure how they feel about Amir Khan in the UK, but most people in America ain't really digging Amir Khan, and not because the man can't fight, because he's super exciting. You know, he brings the fight to his opponent. His fights are always exciting, but his the last couple months or in the last year he's made a couple suspect moves, which I think has taken him out of favor of the boxing society, at least here in America. And most people, it's pretty much uh, a foregone conclusion that most people believe that he's ducking Kell Brook. Now I'm gonna tell you what, I don't even really think he's ducking him. I don't think he's ducking Kell Brook. I think he is being a follower. And I know you're thinking, like, what do you mean being a follower? I don't understand. Hold tight, I will explain it. See, Amir Khan, and I understand why people think he's ducking, because, Amir Khan, Kell Brook's been calling him out for years. Uh, and he had rightfully so not fought Kell Brook because Kell hadn't fought anybody. And he clearly said to Kell Brook, uh, if you get a title, I'll fight you. And then Kell Brook uh, fought Sean Porter, beat him quite handily. I mean, it was a good fight, but it was pretty clear who won. And obviously, after he beat Porter, he had a title because he took the title that Porter had took from Pali Malignaggi. Now, after that, conventional wisdom, you're thinking, okay, the fight is on. This is going to be the biggest fight that the UK have seen in a while. And then you have Amir Khan come up with more excuses. Now he's saying that Kell Brook hasn't fought anybody, even though the last person that Kell Brook had beat, which was Sean Porter at the time, the last person he beat actually beat the last person that Amir Khan beat. So, and that's Devin Alexander. So Amir Khan had beat Devin Alexander, but Sean Porter had already beat Alexander. And then after he beat Alexander, he fought Kell Brook, and Kell Brook beat him. So I can totally understand how people think that's ducking because it pretty much looks like ducking on the surface. But I want to tell you how it's not ducking, but it's being a follower. Now, what I mean by that is when you look at what he's doing, what Amir Khan is trying to do, he's trying to basically be like Floyd Mayweather. And what I mean by that is he's trying to be like Floyd Mayweather, how Floyd will tell fighters, "Oh, you need to beat so and so, and then, I'll fight you." He hasn't fought nobody. Floyd's done that for years. Now with Amir Khan, he was doing that with Kell Brook. Oh, he needs to get a title, but the problem is he never really expected Kell Brook to win the title. That wasn't really in the game plan. He wasn't supposed to win a title, and then he did, and that kind of threw a monkey wrench in this whole situation. Because in all reality, what he wanted to do strictly was land a fight with Floyd Mayweather. That's all he wants to do. He has no real intentions on fighting Kell Brook until after he gets a Mayweather payday. So Amir Khan wants to kind of skate along, fight Floyd, and then I'm sure he'll fight Kell Brook because he has that money. Uh, and by the way, I actually messed up. It was Sean Porter actually beat Devin Alexander to win that title, and not Paulie Malignaggi. But so anyway, he's trying to land a Floyd fight, and so that's why he's fighting Algieri. Now here's one thing that I don't understand. Now he's fighting Algieri, which conventional wisdom would tell me, okay, the only reason he would be fighting Chris Algieri is to totally blow Algieri out, possibly knock him out, and then levy that as leverage to fight Manny Pacquiao. Because that's the only way that fight really makes any real sense. If you do that, and then you say, well, look, Manny, you fought him. He went the distance. I knocked him out. Let's get it on. But for some odd reason, he really only wants to fight Floyd. And I have a hard time understanding that. Actually, I have a hard time understanding that for any of these fighters, because a lot of these fighters, they only call out Floyd. Now, I understand that Floyd is the biggest payday. I totally understand that. But if you fight Manny, you're not getting chump change. So why not call out Manny also? But they only want to fight Floyd. I think the main reason that a lot of them want to fight Floyd and not Manny is the risk reward factor. And what I mean by that is, if you fight Floyd, you'll get your biggest payday, but chances are you'll still have all your teeth at the end of the match. Now, if you fight Manny, you still will probably get your biggest payday, but you might get knocked out cold. And a lot of them seem to not really want that. Now, I mean, I can understand not wanting to get knocked out. I totally understand that. You don't have to be a boxer to understand that. Nobody wants to get knocked out. But if you are a boxer, and if you think you good, you shouldn't even be thinking like that. Because that's the only logical reason that I can think that people will call out Floyd and not call out Manny. You have the two biggest paydays that you can get, but you only want to call out Floyd. I can't recall anybody calling out Manny other than Marquez. Marquez is, Marquez has been calling him out for the last decade. And he's been calling out Manny's name, and Manny's been answering the phone. But other than Marquez, I can't think anybody that says, I want Manny Pacquiao. They keep saying they want Floyd Mayweather. And then you have the public also. They keep demanding who Floyd should be fighting, but pretty much nobody else, which is super crazy. Oh, excuse me. They actually talk about who Canelo should be fighting also. So, but you have like Manny can fight anybody. Nobody really cares. They might put up mild resistance when the fight is announced, but then during the fight they watch it and then they praise Manny about how he knocked the guy down 6 times and put him in the cage and all this nonsense. But it's a guy that never fought out of New York City. Like, he's never been on a big stage, and that's Chris Algieri, and then he jumps to that to fight Manny Pacquiao. And really, I'm not too sure he beat Provodnikov. So and he's coming up in weight, so he definitely didn't deserve the fight. Uh, Marquez, you know, him and Manny fighting 4 times was pretty ridiculous. Uh, though it was a good fight, and that was the fight Manny, the fourth time Manny got knocked out, but it was a good fight up until then. But still, no one really wanted to see that for a fourth time. And then after the fourth time, they're talking about a fifth time. Now, even the fight with Tim Bradley, like I can understand that fight because the first fight was super controversial, but also I think that there were other fights that could have been made that might have been a little more intriguing, other than another rematch. And I'm not talking about a Brandon Rios fight, because that wasn't intriguing whatsoever. Actually, what would have been amazing, that would have been pretty dope, is if Manny would have actually went up and fought Canelo, and let's say blitz Canelo out better than Mayweather, and then it really would have set up this fight. As if the fight isn't big enough as it is. But back to Amir Khan. See, Amir Khan, this is what he's thinking. He's thinking that he's gonna wait, and then he's gonna get Floyd and make all this money, and after that he'll fight anybody. But what he doesn't understand is Floyd is never gonna fight him, and I will die laughing if Floyd's last fight is Kell Brook. Oh, I will die laughing. That will serve Amir Khan. That'll serve him justice. That'll serve him right. If Floyd's final fight of his career is Kell Brook and not Amir Khan. Oh, that'll be crazy. But that's what you get for trying to be a follower. You're trying to follow in the footsteps of Floyd, but you don't know how to do it. And you're making yourself look like a chicken. You're looking pretty scared right now. What you should have just did was fight Kell Brook. Uh, I actually give you the edge to beat Kell Brook, to be perfectly honest with you. And stop fighting these powder puffs like Chris Algieri. And it'll be super funny if somehow you lost to Algieri, which is, pretty much impossible, but you never know. Buster Douglas beat Tyson, and that was impossible. But if you lost to Algieri, you losing to Algieri and Floyd Mayweather fighting Kell Brook in September would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate payback and the ultimate thumb in the nose. Kell, Kell Brook can laugh and retire after that if he wants to. If I was Kell Brook and I fought Floyd, and let's say Kell Brook won against Floyd, I would never, I would never fight Amir Khan. Ever. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Ah, Floyd, fight Kell for your final fight. Peace.